Wow. It seems like it's been forever. Ever. Since I'm here to shop with you. I got a few things to touch base with you on. Got some remarkable things that you, the viewers, came up with. And I got some stuff that we should just share. First, you know the deal, you gotta watch. Where are you? There you are, right there. Hey, I hope everything's alright on your end of the world. Your end of the world? Yeah. I invite folks to stop by if they're in the New Orleans area. I'm in Old Jefferson, which really is a suburb of New Orleans. I'm 2 miles, I can throw a rock there. 2 miles out of New Orleans, in a real old section of town. We love it here, we really do. But we tell folks, when you any area, stop by. A couple of weeks ago, Lyle Mead stopped by, Lyle and his wife. Now, they were traveling. Came from Thailand. Lyle came from Thailand to say hi. Okay, I'm all right. Hey, you don't need to try to beat that, but come on by. And I hear from folks all the time. People call me every day with things and stories and little episodes about things that happen. The other day I heard from Levi Woodard, and Levi's a lucky young man. A great turner, great public servant, great human being. He's the guy that believes he married the prettiest girl in the world. He really does. I got a problem with that. I married the prettiest girl in the world. Yeah. She's in with a bad back right now, so I'm taking care of her. But I was out here a couple of weeks ago making some pens for her. And I like making these kitless ink pens to where you use a 1/8 inch drill bit, 6 inches long, I get from MSC Direct. I got a video on this. And you drill right through the blank, and where the bit stops, when you stop the bit, I'm trying to do this, get it where it's at. When you stop the bit, it's where the bit becomes the mandrel to spin the bit, the pen. It's a nifty thing. The other day I was sitting here and I'm going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I'm not getting a great cut. And I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it. I thought I just said it to him, I didn't. I make one pass with my skew, and it didn't cut well after the first inch and a quarter of it. So then I'd take my diamond and stone and sound effects, clean it up a little bit, and then go back and make another pass. And it cut that time, but it stopped cutting right past what I thought was a knot. I was getting a little spinning thing, and you got to see this to understand it and appreciate it. I was getting a little spinning and seen a knot showing up. See that knot? See that knot? See that knot? See that knot? Now I've got this thing running center, but when I'm spinning it, I see that knot. See that knot? See that knot? And at 3,000 RPMs, when it's really cranking up, what I'm not seeing, and it took a few minutes for this to absorb the information, that wasn't a knot. That was the drill bit. Now I'm spinning on a center with this thing, and I drilled that hole with that straight drill bit. I got a little greedy. When I was drilling a hole and I was passing on, if I could get it all set up, I'd show you. But I push it on and off the drill bit with my hand to get it done right. For the last inch or so, sometimes I'll force the bit a little bit more to bind it up and make it load up, and it holds better. I don't think about it at the time, and I didn't think about it then, was when I loaded it up and pushed it, that last inch that I pushed, that bit hooked. It was hot enough, forced enough, and being pushed on enough to where it just moved. So you can see the little ring right by, see the little ridge right there? Right off my nose? That's where I hit the bit, and it didn't cut past that. It cut up to it, but didn't cut past it. The purpose of me explaining this to you and dragging this all out is a little mistake like that a little cheat. I shouldn't have cheated. I should just went like regular and I'd have enough friction and it would hold it and everything else. But I did that little cheat, that little fudge where, all right, I can do this. I'm Captain Eddie. I can do this. You know, I'm a hero. Do this. Yeah, I did this. Went right through the side of the pen. Totally useless blank to me now. And this was going to be one of those big ink pen refill pens that I really like to make for the wife and her sewing friends. And since we're getting close to Christmas, I got to get busy because I'm going to turn 6 and show her, and she'll say, "Can I get 6 more?" When you hear that noise, that is an echo. It'll say 6 more, 6 more, 6 more, 6 more, 6 more, 6 more, 6 more. It happens that way, moving west. So I got to get to work on that. Now, what I was doing for her a couple of weeks ago was some rings. And I was turning rings, and I order stuff from Craft Supplies, Niche Family. And I get parts and pieces in out here in the shop, and I'll rehash this. 4 years ago I had a brain tumor removed, lost a lot of things. All right, a lot of crap went away, a lot of crap came on. But before, when I had parts and pieces in the shop I need to keep track of, this is where they went. These are takeout storage containers my wife picked up at Walmart. I don't go to Walmart. Why? They send the weird people there. Okay. These are food containers. They got a screw on and off lid, which I like because the one that snapped on would snap off too. This one, probably a pint. I don't know if it got a size on it. They make them about 3 or 4 sizes. And this is 16 fluid ounces, 2 cups. Okay? So if you're going to get all Betty Crocker and all of me, 2 cups. Right? The little container. But you can put, in here I've got the new blanks for the pens, the new rings for the pens, the instructions in case any a real mind fart and need them. But all that's for the pens. And then I have a couple other ones, and I brought things out for seam rippers and 2 or 3 other things I bought recently that I'm going to get in the shop and start making for the wife. And those will all go in these little containers. And look, they stack up nicely. They're good size. But I'm going to go even further than that. In a little bit I'll do a demo, a video about how handy this can be. I think you'll like it. But I just had to share that. Whenever we come across something in a shop that looks like it's something you can't live without, I want to share it with you. That's part of the deal, okay? Now, we talked about the skew, sharpening the skew using a diamond stone. The other day I looked at it, my skew was getting a little bit closer to 30 inches total. I got to be careful when I talk. Just now I told you wrong. 30 degrees total. Now, white dry boards over there, and I'm going to do this. The point should look like, I'm not praying, okay? I'm just here showing you. All right, the point of the pen, the skew should look like this. All right, and the angle, this angle between this blade and this blade, 25 degrees. That's a good area to be. You get some of the pros that say 22 and a half or 27 and a quarter. 25 degrees is on my gauge. I can get that real quick. But I sand that to get to 25. Then I take my diamond and I'll lap it, brush it back off to knock it back down. And really, I get a little bit of a domed look, not a convex or concave. I get a convex look. And that convex, and I got that right, didn't I? Okay. That convex thing gives me a bearing area that I make contact and adjust to get it. If you've never had luck with the skew, if it's the best door opener you had to prop out and hold the shop door open and all, you need to do something about how sharp that skew is and how you're using it. I got a couple of videos on it, and I want to do another one. Probably this week coming up we'll do one. I'm going to get management if she's feeling better to come out and get the camera away, you can actually see what I'm talking about when I say twist of the wrist turns it on, twist of the wrist turns it off, twist of the wrist turns it on, twist of the wrist turns it off. I've used that technique which explaining gouges and stuff to folks, and it really helps out. Now, I, just like you, watch the YouTubes. I go there all the time. I found one the other day, and this might be one of them. This is one where I putting a glass finish on a piece. Now, see the finish that's on that piece? I want you to note the finish that's on that piece. We're going to zoom in a little bit. If I get the right button. That is a finish. This piece is dated number 28 of 2013. 5 years old at least. Alright? And this I did here in the shop on this lathe. Why to bring this up? Because the other day I was sitting there watching a video, and a little Dago guy, looks just like me, was in there, and he was talking about how to get a good finish using CA, or finishing a piece off. And the steps were, you sand it, and you sand it from 80 to 400, and you do the right steps, and you don't skip any. You don't put any heavy rocks in there that can help. You put some sealer on it, which is, I like the Def Lacquer Sanding Sealer. I get a load of can, brain problem. The Def Lacquer Sanding Sealer. I put that on it. Then I buff that back out using my 1000 grit Scotch-Brite pads. Might not be Scotch-Brite, but they're close. And then I put another coat on. Now, when I'm done with the second coat of sealer, the finish I'm looking at, what I'm seeing back with reflectance, what I'm seeing in the finish of the wood, the quality of the grain, the chatoyance, the character and all, that should be looking back at me. If I don't have it, I have to get back into the sanding and sealing part of the thing again, because I got some scratches. Scratches don't reflect light. They really don't reflect light. So get rid of scratches, get the thing down looking right, and then I got it all there, and then I put super glue or CA on it. And that's what's on that piece right there. And that was right after I learned it from, I want to say Alan Trout at SWAT, where he showed how to do the super glue finish at the SWAT demo. I studied it. I watched him 3 times in 3 days. I studied his presentation. I understand the math and what went behind it. Had some jailbirds knocking on the door, raising hell, wasting stuff. I love it. I love it. If you haven't tried it, I have a CA finished video on how to do it. And in fact, the one I just told you about, let me see if I can find it here. Oh, if I can link it, and I'm told I can do this, it'll be CA finish number 187. And it'll be at the end of the video. Don't go there yet. The end of the video, and you see the link on 187. And you go there and watch it. It's 40 minutes long. You can zoom through it because you're going to see the heights points. All right. A couple other things I told you about that. I hear from you guys. I heard from one of you guys called Mike Gordon. I don't know Mike. Really don't know Mike. I don't know a lot about Mike's character or his makeup or anything. What I do know about Mike is he's a thinker and a doer. Because take a look at this photograph. This is the door to Mike Gordon's shop. He puts his wedding ring and his watch on the hook and he leaves them there. No bling. No bling. I don't have anything I need to prove. You don't either. Put the bling on the hook, leave it at the door. Same hook, same place every time. You get used to it. It's better than not having a finger. Alright? Then Leonard contacted me. Leonard said, hey Cap, you told everybody about buying that 3/4 10 tap. Remember that 3/4 10 tap we did the soft touch with? Alright? It's a 3/4 by 10 machine tap. It's made by, this one is made by Vermont. Okay? And I told him, you can go to your local Ace Hardware store and they'll order it for you. His local Ace Hardware store said, nah, we ain't going to get it today. We got it on a rack. We ain't got a rack, we ain't full of it. Some are friendly and some aren't, okay? But he didn't take that as a no. Leonard went to the internet. The internet, that wonderful, great device out there that'll lie to you sometimes. Leonard went out there and he went to HomeDepot.com and he plugged in this number, 305-700-716 or 1-003-270-559. That was Home Depot's numbers for a 3/4 by 10 tap set. This set of 3, I want to say it for once, were a taper, a plug, and a bottom tap. That's how taps used to be sold. If you're old like me and you understand it, you see it in a little package and it'd be in a little wood box. 3 taps were in every box. That's how you got them at that time. Well, Leonard went and did a little research for us. He found them. Get this. I paid more than $10 for this at the hardware store on the corner. He paid $10.83 and got a set of 3. I think it was $10.83. It was an outrageous price. Maybe it was $20.83. But he still beat the heck off of even the Ace Hardware Store deal. So if you look at that, I'll put those numbers up for you. Another one is Freedom Pens. We're dropping back on Freedom Pens. I'm going to get mine turned. Hope you get yours turned. If you need more information on Freedom Pens, I'm going to put the guy's email address right here. Email this guy and talk to him about your Freedom Pens. Get involved. And I had a guy call the other day. Can he build one of my sanders using the sanding disc thing? And I was sitting here a minute ago too. He said, can I build that and put it in auction at a club or a meeting? Yes. Do you have to give me credit? No. What do you have to do? You have to promote wood turning. And if you raise money for a good organization, that's even better. I'm proud that I help you. I'm proud that what we do matters and the fun we have, it counts. This is my birthday. Happy birthday. 69th birthday to me. Happy birthday to me today. A lady called me this morning. She says, I was going to call you to tell you happy birthday, but when I went to Google and Googled you, I saw Captain Eddie Castellan obituary. She thought she ran a little late. Well, it was one of those things that happens on YouTube and Google. They lie. Be careful. They lie. Somebody created that link. There's nothing when you went to it to go up follow it. I'm not dead. Yep, it's still there, still beating. Still got that little pacemaker thing they put in me a couple of weeks. Not pacemaker. Gizmo. They put in me to monitor me a couple of weeks ago. All that's working. I'm healed. The doctor said I can now come out and work in the shop full time. I'm going to wait for it not to be 90 degrees every day, but I can work every day full time. So we're doing that. And I got a video coming up on how to use the phi tool, the caliper that I showed you how to make a couple of weeks ago. And I've got a dozen different phi gizmos in the shop. They all work a little bit different to accomplish the same thing. The one is equal to 6.8. I can read it over there, 3992599, whatever. But that's the setting. But I get all that. Now let me see if I run down again. I told you about that. Oh, a guy the other day asked me, can I get more specific? It's like he wants me to not just explain this thing to him, but he wants me to almost come to a shop and, oh, wait. Think about this for a minute. I'd come to your shop on your equipment with your wood and your tools, and I turn wood. I got to talk to my attorneys. The guys I use, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, they're all right. But Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe is a convoluted. I'm not talking about that. I might be too rough on that. It might be something we want to do. Go out and have fun and play around. And I had a couple other notes on here, but I'm going to skip over them. Tell you what, I'm so impressed that Leonard went and found that tap that we heard from the guy, Mike Gordon, in the ring. Lyle Mead and his wife came by from Thailand. Levi told me about his marriage. You can call me too. I'm here by the phone. Part of my job, I have to answer the phone. That's what management makes me do. I'm here by the phone. If you need something, you want to talk, you want to go through something, I'm right here. Give me a call, let's talk about it. We talk about finishes, we talk about bits, we talk about cutting, all kinds of stuff. You got a question you think I can help you out with, or I can send you in the right direction, you can just call me and ask me. I don't charge for that. I would never charge for that. This is a friend-to-friend deal. And if you can't get past that, you can't get past it. I'm Captain Eddie Castellan. I got the hiccups. I must need to go eat or something. First thing was turn the lathe off. Then get the notebook. And then get the... I'll get this right. First thing is I got to find the darn remote again. I'm Captain Eddie Castellan. I'm making shavings. I need to get that thing trained. You know, you go... and the remote will come around. Oh wait, that's one of those. Guy said I should get one of those pen things that you put on your pants and hang it down. Oh, I got one. I just didn't put the rule right. Oh well, we're working at it. We're working at it.